G'day guys, and today I want to bring your attention to one of Project Veritas' newest releases in their sort of October surprise dumpstering of Democrats late in the midterm race. So there's been a few releases so far. We have a reporter embedded in Claire McCaskill's campaign exposing that she's far more radical on gun control than she appears to be and is taking donations from Planned Parenthood, which as a taxpayer-funded group may be may be illegal under US law. We also have that other bloke whose staffers admitted that he will not fulfill any of his campaign promises, and basically those two people have a good chance of being punted out of the race because of this. Now we have to turn our attention to Texas with a Beto O'Rourke's campaign. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly. So what occurred is that Project Veritas embedded a reporter within O'Rourke's campaign, and that reporter recorded a few of O'Rourke's field managers on tape talking about how they have diverted campaign funds using prepaid credit cards to buy supplies for a recently approved group of asylum seekers that have arrived from Honduras in El Paso. Now this is not, as Ted Cruz suggests, the migrant caravan currently making its way towards the US border. It is for a group of recently approved asylum seekers. The issue with this, however, giving money away, is that I believe under US campaign finance law, all funds raised towards a political campaign have to be spent on the political campaign. They can't be given away to reward friends, as this provides a route for corruption, so kickbacks, hey, I'll invest here if you do a favour for my friend, and things like that. You want the politician to remain impassive and not influenced by money, essentially. Two field managers discussed how they would hide the funds spent on these Honduran immigrants by shuffling the money around and essentially marking it as food. So they say, I think a quote would be, we can go out and buy this food and then we can just claim that we are buying a healthy breakfast for ourselves, because all food just has to be listed under food. It doesn't have to be specifically, it would be suspect if in a campaign full of adults they had to buy a bunch of diapers, granola bars, baby food and that sort of thing. That would be suspect. But since they can just list it all under food, it's fine. The rot of potential illegal donating extends right up to the campaign manager for Beto O'Rourke's campaign, Jody Casey. It was explained in Project Veritas' undercover video that the project managers were in touch with Jody Casey and she signed off her approvals. She didn't know they were using the prepaid credit cards, but she was quite pleased and congratulated these guys on doing a good job, essentially. In terms of the impact of this particular video, I say it has less effect than the Claire McCaskill video, for example, because Ted Cruz was already at least on average 7 points ahead if you look at a polling average, not just individual polls, and even bias polls still put him at least 3 points ahead. So he was probably going to retain, or is probably going to retain, the Texas Senate seat anyway, but it's also important to mark out potential wrongdoing and illegality within the Democratic Party. This will likely nail the coffin shut on Texas for the Republicans. So yes, thought I'd just make a quick video exposing potential campaign finance law violations within this particular Senate race in the United States. I do encourage everyone to go and look at the original Project Veritas video. All the media pundits and media outlet sites that I was visiting didn't actually show the video, link to it, or have screenshots, and they just sort of described the event. They didn't actually give you first-hand account of what James O'Keefe and the people over at Project Veritas were exposing. I guess they all didn't want to give you the actual truth, they just wanted to take it, water it down, and feed it back to you. Thanks all for sticking around, and have a good one.